and gentlemen, and welcome to the Celtic Concert Night at South Plains College here in the beautiful Tom T. Hall production studio. To start out the show here tonight, we have a couple of gentlemen who have their performance career together goes back at least 7 or 8 minutes. These guys are such great musicians. I guess first off, I'll say this instrument that you can't really see, the hammer dulcimer, goes back to antiquity. It's been around so long, and if you want to catch Justin, he'll tell you about it later on. And then this other gentleman is from the great state of Scotland, the Orkney Islands to be exact. Please make welcome Justin Blake and Craig Smith. Make them welcome.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to introduce the next team?
Next song we're gonna do is a song called, is it Cooley's Reel, is it, Joe? Yeah. It's just a Celtic style of song.
I can interpret for him if you'd like.
Right. You like the Beatles, anybody?
I guess they're folk music now too, huh?
Yeah.
Did we count off? 3, 4.
Justin, another nice hand. Justin and Craig, give them a nice hand. Hammer, dulcimer, and guitar.
Thanks, folks.
Really appreciate them coming out, and as you can see, the hammer dulcimer a little bit. It's a bunch of strings with 2 little hammer sticks that they use. It's kind of like having a piano with no damper, or with the damper pedal pushed down, so you get that nice ringing into it. This group, this concert, I believe we were talking this afternoon, is our 3rd time to do the Irish Music Night, and I'm really proud of this group. A lot of these players have been in the group for most of those semesters, and it's kind of unusual to have a band that stays together that long at a 2-year school. I should will introduce everybody as we go on, but people ask, so that's a guitar, you know that. I always call that the pumpkin bass. Beth's parents made that bass for her, and so it's a bass though. Fiddles, you know what fiddles are. This drum is called a bodhran, B-O-D-H-R-A-N, and
it's actually a collection plate.
That's and Dave is our class Englishman. We had tryouts and he won, so we're really proud of him. And then of course the silver flute and penny whistle you're probably familiar with. I think penny whistles actually cost a penny at one time, and that's why they're called that. Or a tin whistle. I have an instrument that you'll see is sort of a large mandolin, and then I'm also playing the tenor banjo tonight. So if you would please make welcome this great class that I'm really excited to be a part of. This is the County Hockley Ceilidh. Make them welcome.
sweet and green the grass between, as grows on Irish ground. So friendship fond, oh wealth abound, and a love that lives always. Bless every home beside your home, my own dear Galway Bay. But I use blood and hopeful mood and a heart of fire once more. For all the gold the world might hold, I'd never leave your shore. I'd be content with whatever God sent, with neighbors old and gray. And I'd lay my bones near churchyard stones beside you, Galway Bay. The blessings of a poor old man be with you night and day. The blessings of a lonely man whose heart will soon be clay. It's all of heaven I'd ask of God upon my dying day. My soul to soar forevermore above you, Galway Bay.
Young lady singing that one, Tracy Bohn. Make her welcome, if you will. Well, we have little short names for many of our songs. This is Irish music tends to be played in sets, which usually is 2 or 3 songs of a similar type. This set is actually a mixed set. We'll start it with a march, one called Brian Boru's March. Brian Boru was one of the early kings of Ireland. They say responsible for running the Vikings out of Ireland, and so he's revered there, Brian Boru. The second one is Bonaparte crossing the Rhine, although the American fiddlers call it Bonaparte crossing the Rockies. I'm not sure there's really any historical explanation of that, so we've started calling it Bonaparte crossing the Loop. And then the third one is The Boys of Malin, and those are both reels. So here we go. The B set. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even know who to introduce for that one. I guess we just need to start saying who people are as we go here. And we will. This gentleman that's going to sing the next song is an example of what this Irish group has been for us, in that we get people, it tends to be, people kind of get in their niche, and so if you like Polish war hymns from the 1880s, then you just hang out in the ensemble that plays that. You don't really hang out with the other people that are doing music from the 1900s or 1910s. So this is real cool because we get all mixed together. And so Eric, most of the week stays down wherever the rock end of the hall is. I don't know where that is, but that's where he normally is. But he's been with us for a year or so now, and we're going to lose him this semester, so it's going to be hard to shoes to fill. This is Eric Tate. Make him welcome. Y'all didn't clap long enough.
Thank you.
I had to get my guitar on. I had to get this thing on. Okay. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4.
When a man's in love, he feels no cold like me some time ago. As a hero bold to see my girl, I plowed through frost and snow. And the moon, she gently shed her light along my weary way, until I arrived at that sweet spot where all my treasure lay. I knocked on my love's window, saying, "My dear, are you within?" And slowly she unlocked the door, and slyly I turned in. Her hands so soft, her breast so sweet, her tongue did gently glide. I stole my arm around her waist, and I asked her to be my bride. Oh, take me to your chamber, love, oh, take me to your bed. Oh, take me to your chamber, love, oh, to rest my weary head. For to take me to your chamber, love, my parents, they would never agree. So sit you down by yonder fire, and I'll sit close by thee. The night I have courted you against your parents' will, but you never ever be my bride, so now my girl sit still. For tonight I'm going to cross the sea to far off Columbia's shore, and you'll never ever love or see your youthful lover more. Going to leave me here, my dear, what can I do? I will break through every bond of home, and I'll go along with you. Perhaps my parents won't forget, but surely they'll forgive. And from this hour, my dear, is to be along with you I'll live.
All right. Well, with the big fiddle section, we have to start early to start telling you who everybody is. You've already met Tracy. Next to me, with new hair color this week, you have to keep up with this is Lauren Scully. Make her welcome on the fiddle, if you would. I'm glad we didn't decide to wear green shirts, or we would have matched Beth, I guess, on the right week. Right now, we're going to do a beautiful. So far, we've done songs, we've done reels. One of the types of Irish music is called an air, and an air is simply a word to mean the melody of a song. And so you've probably heard songs referred to as airs, and this is a beautiful tune called The Twisting of the Hay Rope. And here to play it for you, please make welcome Miss P.J. Ligon Welch.
Mostly.
Yeah, that's it.
PJ. Well, we're going to have a wonderful tradition of twin fiddling. And we've got twins to do it. This is Stacy Bohn. Make her welcome, if you will. And there is a tradition within the Irish fiddling world of playing tunes, two fiddles playing together first in unison, but then playing in octaves. And so we have that happening in this next one. This is a neat reel called The Gravel Walk. Tracy and Stacy. All right, back on the bass, the pumpkin bass, as I've called it. This young lady all the way from Llano. Now, you know you're in that part of Central Texas when you look at L-L-A-N-O and you say Llano. But when you come up on the Caprock, that becomes Llano. But if you walk into the convenience store down there and say, you know, where's the Llano High School? They just laugh you out of town, I guess. So, yeah, it's just Llano. This is Beth White. Make her welcome, if you will. Seems like we have a theme tonight. We have a Beatles song in the opening set and one right now. Thank you very much. Well, as my students have figured out a long time ago, just because the set list is in a certain order doesn't mean that's going to be the song that I call next. But they were so polite not to correct me and just put their hands on their hips and go, "What song is next?" They just got ready for it. This next gentleman has been, not only does he have the nicest tie in the whole group, I think so.
Thank you.
But
I'm
he's
going to auction it later.
That's great. He's from the great state of England, and we're really proud of him. This is Dave Tobin. Make him welcome if you would.
Thank you.
We're going to do this and then one more song after this and take a brief intermission, about 10 minutes or so. Several people have asked, are the famous County Hockley CDs available? Yes, they are. We have a few. No more than, don't embarrass us by starting to line up now during this song. Wait until the end of the song. And we could only do about 10 a person, I guess, is all we could do. We didn't bring that many. But they're cheap, $10, and we only have a few. I think we have 10, maybe. Anyway, but here are the twins and Dave to sing a beautiful song called Belfast Mill.
And by the way, if anybody would like to know where we're playing next, what we're doing, they like to leave their email addresses with us at the end. We will be in touch. Okay, we keep in touch with everybody, let you know where we're playing. At the east end of town, at the foot of the hill, there's a chimney so tall, it's called Belfast Mill. Now there's no smoke at all coming out of the stack, for the loom has shut down and it's never coming back. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. There's no children playing in the dark, narrow streets, for the mill has shut down. It's so quiet I can't sleep. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. Mill has shut down, 'twas the only life I know. Tell me, where will I go now? Where will I go? And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. I'm too old to work, but I'm too young to die. Tell me, where will I go now? My family and I. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. The east end of town, at the foot of the hill, there's a chimney so tall, it's called Belfast Mill. Now there's no smoke at all coming out of the stack, for the mill has shut down and is never coming back. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. weave and spin, weave and spin. And the only tune I hear is the sound of the wind as she blows through the town. Weave and spin, weave and spin. As she blows through the town, weave and spin, weave and spin, weave and spin. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we're this in the grand tradition of kind of enjoying ourselves on the fly. We're about to take a intermission. So, but before we do, I don't know. I tell you what I want to do. Let's do Lost in the Loop, and we'll take a little intermission, and then we'll start with our special thing here in a minute. Here's a tune that the girls kind of warmed up to real quick and decided they wanted to do as a fiddle tune when they heard it. This is a great American fiddler named Liz Carroll wrote this tune, so it's a newer tune, but it's kind of got a neat drive to it. It's called Lost in the Loop. Thank you, folks. We'll be back after 10 minutes break. Stretch your legs. We'll be right back. 10 minutes. If you're interested in CDs, we have a few here. Stick around for the second part, too, because we have some special things you haven't seen yet, including some dancing.
No, I'm not going to take my shirt off.
Thank goodness.
10 minutes, folks. Thank you. 2, 3. All right, we'd like to get started with this second portion of our show. Well, we're very lucky in this area to have a developing group of people that are playing Irish, Scottish music, singing, dancing, all the various arts associated with this great music, and we're very lucky to have a dancer here locally. I'll introduce her a little bit later, but we're going to start out with a tune that is called a slip jig. And a slip jig, for those of you who are musicians, is in the key. A slip jig's always in the key of E minor. We'll say that. It's not true. It's in the meter 9/8, so it acts like a jig except the pulse is 3. And until I saw what a slip jig is, because I don't think the slip jig is the music, the slip jig is the dance. And until I saw it, the music didn't really make much sense to me. And then Kathleen danced a slip jig at the Christmas Celtic concert over at Himley Hall back before this past Christmas. And I got to be on stage, and truly it was to this breathtaking event. I was just in awe. Luckily, I didn't have to play. I got to watch. It was wonderful. So we'll do a slip jig. This is one called Kid on the Mountain, and it's a 5-part one. If you're paying attention, we'll try. Thank you. Miss Kathleen Finley and her group, the High Plains Irish Dancers. I promised to learn the real name of that. It's all in Gaelic, and it all sounds like. Speaking of that very thing, right?
Not
yes.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
yet, Joe.
Is it Danny Boy?
Done it.
Oh, that's right.
He's done it
No,
again.
I'm jumping the gun again. Thank you. Here is maybe one of the most well-known airs in Irish music. I know the order now. I think. Here's a tune that we call Stacy's song, because she gets to sing it, and she's also going to say the name of it. How about that? Can you-
It's Brachna Carrigabarna in Gaelic. In English, it's around the edges of the White Rocks.
That's Stacy. All right. Now this song is one that you guys get to help us with. It's sort of turns into a contest sometimes. Sort of. what is it? The quick and the dead. It's actually the quick and the slow, but sometimes we feel dead when this is all over. I'll probably ask you for some advice as we go on. Like, where'd my pick go? That's one little bit of advice I need. This is a jig, and it's called Coal Rain. We never tried it that fast. The quick and the dead. All right. Well, we're gonna introduce Dave one more time here for you. He brought this story song to us. I love story songs, and this is, this may be more serious than people realize.
Yeah, it's basically, now I want you guys to be honest with me. How many of you have made an excuse not to turn up at work? Put your hands up, come on. Be honest. I wasn't asking you. Right, well, this is basically, you probably come up with some sort of excuse so as you could still get paid or whatever. Well, this is a little story, a bricklayer in Ireland. He failed to turn up for work one day, so what he did, he sent a note to his boss. And this is basically what it's all about. He's trying to explain why he wasn't at work. Dear sir, I write this letter to tell you of me plight. For at the time of writing I am not a pretty sight. Me body all is black and blue, me face a deathly grey. I write this note to say why I am not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. To toss them down from such a height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, he is an awkward sod. He said I had to cart them down the ladder in me hod. Now clearing all these bricks by hand, it was so awful slow. So hoisted up a barrel and secured a rope below. In me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see. Barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. And so when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead. Clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I shot up like a rocket till to my dismay I found halfway up my bed the bloody barrel coming down. The barrel broke my shoulder as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top I banged the pulley with me head. I clung on tightly, numb with shock from this almighty blow. Barrel spilled out half the bricks and 14 floors below. Now when these bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel, so I started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, me body racked with pain. Halfway down I met the bloody barrel once again. Now the force of this collision halfway down the office block caused multiple abrasions and a nasty case of shock. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I fell towards the ground. I landed on the broken bricks, the barrel is scattered around. Now as I lay there on the ground, I thought I'd passed the worst, but the barrel hit the pulley wheel and then the bottom burst. A shower of bricks rained down on me, I didn't have a hope. As I lay there bleeding on the ground, I let go the bloody rope. You know what's coming, don't you? Now the barrel being heavier, it started down once more. It landed right across me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs of my left arm, and I can only say, I hope you'll understand why I am not at work today.
Poor Dave. Poor Dave. All right.
I've never been a bricklayer.
Yeah.
Well, not yet. Anyway.
Well, here is a set of reels, just 2, but we're going to have Kathleen come back during this. But it starts out with Stacy playing a great solo fiddle piece. One of the great fiddlers from the early recorded era was Michael Coleman, who recorded in the late 1920s and early 1930s. And this is one of the tunes that he recorded back in those days that really has had a big influence, especially in the New York area. So we'll start out with that and then go right into the farewell to Aaron. And so here's Jenny's Chickens. now you have to help us sing.
The chorus is yours. I've been a wild rover for many a year. I spend all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store. I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Went down to a nail house I used to frequent. I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such custom as yours I can get any day, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Pull out from my pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She said, I've got whiskies and wines of the best, and the words that you told me were only in jest, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Went back to my parents, confess what I've done. I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they caress me as oft times before, sure I never will play the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Your turn. There's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never. No.
Thank you so much, folks. We're really glad to get to perform for a group, and we want to thank all the technical people, Tom's folks, the camera people, Matt's sound crew, and Matt especially for helping set up sound for us all tonight, and give them a nice hand, the technical crew. Thank you very much. Those of you who want to follow us around, we'll be at West Texas College in Snyder on Monday evening. And if you'd like to follow us down there, rather than follow us, why don't you take us? It's not that many of us. A couple of Suburbans will ought to take care of it real good. You can be here at about 3:15 on Monday afternoon, and we'll load up and then head on down there and have another great concert. We're looking forward to it. We're going to do one more for you. This is a set of polkas, and PJ will kick us off with the penny whistle. Thank you again. We've enjoyed it. Johnny, Hockley, Kaylee, thank you very much. We've had a good time. Thank you, Kathleen Finley, for the beautiful dancing. We've enjoyed it. Thank you so much.